just to finish on NFTs, before we get into kind of NFTs for gaming, again, you were there, you saw the crypto kitties, you saw the crypto punks, and then this year we've seen NFTs explode. I'm guessing, January of 2020, nobody saw this coming, but now it's been this explosion. We've seen the JPEG basic stuff go up to crazy values. I had Justin Sun of Tron here 10 days ago. He just spent $15 million on a Bored Ape, and bless him, he likes to spend money on art. But what do you make of that kind of craze in the NFTs? Just before we move on to NFTs for Metaverse.
Yeah, I think people, the NFTs entered the public consciousness. It entered everyone knows what an NFT is basically now, right? I mean, I had my parents asking me about NFTs and they don't even really know what I do. But, people obviously wanted to jump onto the next wave, right? They saw that, NFTs are coming. This is going to be the next thing in crypto. And, they drove prices of NFTs through the roof. A lot of the early people in the NFT space, saw, their NFTs get worth, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of dollars. And, that's great. I mean, it spread the word about NFTs around. But I think it also sort of painted NFTs in a certain light. We've been trying to spread the word about NFTs for the last 4 years with Engine, and we had these giant booths at the Game Developers Conference, and we were talking to all kinds of crazy game developers and NVIDIA and all these people, and they'd be seeing this for the first time, and they'd be like, well, it's kind of cool, but not for us right now. But we kept pushing, but. Now, these people are seeing the NFTs as, it's just a new way to, sell something or monetize, JPEGs, like this is not going to take off. But I think we're in that phase where, now everyone knows about it. People are criticizing it. But some interesting people are going to start looking at how they can use this technology beyond just JPEGs, beyond just trading and making money off of, selling your NFT to the next guy.
Yeah, I think you just reminded me like a Gandhi quote, like first they ignore you, then they criticize you, and then they join you, right? So yeah. This is a great media footprint to at least get people to acknowledge NFTs. Like you said, 4 years ago, you couldn't get anyone necessarily to pay attention to them. And people don't realize, the CryptoKitties and the CryptoPunks were, they were like, what is this, a few years ago, until they start going for 7 figures. It is an amazing, I kind of hate to say it, but gateway drug for blockchain, for DeFi, for crypto, because it gets people's attention. And I'll tell you, Witek, the best observation I had was when I got gifted my first NFT. BitBoy Crypto gave me one of his Saturn Alliance things, and he sent it to my MetaMask wallet. And I checked this dude out, and I was like, wow, he's kind of cool. And I checked him the next day, and maybe he was still there. And then when I showed my daughter, who's 17 years old, she was like, oh, wow, that's cool. And, when you're 50 years old, it's very hard to be cool as a dad. Now, when I sent her first NFT, then I'm telling you, I became the dad of the year. And I'll say one more thing. I could have given her a Porsche and it wouldn't have been as valuable as that NFT. So again, I won't go into, the analysis and the forecast, but just at an emotional level, it creates connection. It creates interest with people. So there's got to be something more there than just some ape bubble or some monkey bubble. There is really something here that transcends humanity, but it's just hard to put your finger on it.
Yeah, I mean, well, you want to feel like you have something special, something that nobody else has, something that you can also show off. I mean, the thing about CryptoPunks, they're part of a collection. So, there's many people who can have CryptoPunks, but you can have a specific one, right? Same with, BitBoy Pluto Alliance. It's actually Pluto. We're actually working with BitBoy on that to put that on Infinity. They're trying to determine, it's a bunch of aliens trying to determine if Pluto is a planet or if it's not a planet. Okay. So it's kind of a cool storyline there. But yeah, I mean, I have even, I'm a comic book guy, and I have some, signed versions of comic books that I'm so, I keep, in perfect condition for the future. And we want to have that feeling. We can show it off to our friends. And in the digital space, where we're so hyper connected with everybody, I mean, that NFTs are a great way to do that.
Yeah, it is called Pluto. I think my guy's in the Saturn Alliance. I think that's right. And again, the crazy thing is that BitBoy gifted me that. And you know what I did? I bought a few more and started sending them to people as well. So, it's fascinating, the viral aspect of this as well. And we're just untapping and seeing what people value. I had Steny Kulichev in here of Aave, and he was in studio. We talked a lot about borrowing and lending, but then he showed me the 2,000 NFTs he owns on his phone. And he was saying, I go to conferences and I show these people these things. And he went on to argue that it was more valuable than a piece of art at his home. And he had an artist that created this piece of modern art. And he said, I want the NFT of that. And the artist said, well, what are you talking about? Sure. And later he tried to argue with the artist that the NFT was worth more than the actual piece of art. And the artist started listening to him. So again, as we blur between real identity and digital flexing and, you know, provenance on the blockchain, you can see there's real value here. And this is just version 1, right? Or version 2.
Yeah. Yeah, we're just scratching the surface, because we've now, people know what it means to own something, own an NFT. But I think the real tipping point will be when you can do something with that NFT, when that NFT is recognized in virtual worlds and different apps, and maybe across many different worlds.